Alright, welcome back to another PvP pet battle video. This is Linux and I have Nathan here with me. We're going to be showing off some of the pets that are available for next week's tournament. It's going to be on Monday the 17th, I believe. Yes, Monday the 17th of July. Same time and place as always, so on US Malorn is the server, and the realm time will be 6 o'clock p.m. That's 5 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, so just adjust your clock, figure out what time that is for you, and we hope to see you there. Matches, as always, are going to be best 2 out of 3 games, and you can't use the same pet against the same opponent twice, so you can't, for example, use a team with 2 fossilized hatchlings, and you also can't use the fossilized hatchling in one team and then, let's say I'm playing against Nathan, and let's say I win the first game, and I have a fossilized hatchling. I can't use the fossilized hatchling in the next team, or the team after that, against Nathan. But, let's say I end up beating Nathan, and then I play somebody else later on. Of course, I can reuse the pets that I used against Nathan. Just, obviously, I can't use them twice against the same opponent. So, essentially, since matches are best 2 out of 3, just make sure that you have at least 9 unique pets, 3 unique teams that you think will do well. I typically try to bring a couple more just so that I can have a little bit of an element of surprise, because once people know your teams, it is kind of an advantage. So to kind of dissuade anybody from trying to take advantage and learn the other person's team or anything, there is going to be a penalty system where if you have a pet that is not allowed, maybe it's not a profession pet or it's a banned pet, or you've already used it against that opponent and you have it in your team, and you know, like I challenged Nathan like this, and go ahead and accept, and then Nathan realizes, wait a minute, you already used the mechanical Pandaren Dragonling, then basically what I'm getting to do is I'm getting to spy on his team, and to prevent that, we're going to say that if that happens, then in the future, you're going to have to whisper all 3 of your pets to me, because I'll be leading it, or if not me, either Andre or Nathan will be there, and they can help, or maybe Gomrath, hopefully he can join us for this last tournament, and then that way we're going to make sure that that doesn't happen in the future. And if you have any questions about what pets are allowed, obviously just leave them in the comments, or you can feel free to ask me in my stream, or just join us on the day of, and we'll be in Discord, so everybody will be talking. It'll be a lot of fun. The only thing about that, though, is since everybody is in Discord, during the battles, when the battles are happening, try to keep the chatting down, so that if anybody's trying to commentate, then it'll be easier to hear that, and there won't be people talking in the background over them. And that's just about it. The toys, mounts, pets, try to keep everything out of the little area where the battle's going on, because I do typically like to record, and I know Dragona and Hiru sometimes join us, and they might be recording too. Just in case anybody wants to record the videos, it doesn't really help if there are toys or anything going on in the middle of the battlefield. And the theme, of course, is profession pets, and so in order to do that, just type in profession right here. You don't even need a filter or anything. You just literally just go to just type in profession, and that'll show up all the pets that are allowed, with 2 extra pets. There is a ban on 2. Yeah, there is a ban on 2 pets. The Magical Crawdad and the Elk Plushie are not allowed. They're just kind of trolly, high health pets that don't really contribute to the meta with anything beyond just kind of stalling. And if you type profession instead of going to filter and going to sources in profession, it will show up a couple of pets like the Ridgeback Piglet, the Thaumaturgical Piglet, and those are both really good, especially the Thaumaturgical is really, really cool. So these 2 pets are not going to show up if you just go to filter and sources in profession, so I recommend just this method of typing in profession. That'll show up all these pets. There is a crab. The Soul of the Forge is a really strong pet. Trying to think if there are any pets that I have not leveled. Oh, Voodoo Figurine is going to be a really strong pet because Wormy Tunkins is basically tier 1 in this, just about tier 0 in this meta. because he can, if he, at least as long as he's faster, and he's faster than a lot of the undeads. The only undead that's faster than him is the voodoo figurine, so he's going to be really strong. But other than that, most of the other strong pets are going to be featured in my teams, and I would imagine even those that I don't feature are going to be shown in Nathan's teams, because he has quite a few teams that he's put a lot of thought into. And let's go ahead and delete those. And so it's going to be a lot of fun, pretty competitive meta, and the EU, I know, is going to be having their own version of that tournament, I believe today, on this day that we're recording the video. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to seeing that on Roscoe's channel, and that'll hopefully give a good idea of what the strong pets are. So Nathan and I are going to go ahead and do some battles here, and it should be a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm ready now. We're going to be having a matchup here with two fossilized hatchlings. That flyer's good against my aquatic, but my aquatic's good against the fossilized hatchling, and then my mechanical panda and dragling is really quite nice because his only decoy breaker is that bone storm. So we're going to see what he opens with. He is going to open with Wormy Tunkins. He knows that pet is really good against me, and I was kind of predicting that he might do that. And I also am predicting he has burp and not nethergate, so I should be fine to be able to throw up a bleed on him. He's going to go ahead and throw up a dot on me. And now here's the decision. Do I go for blood in the water? Do I go for a surge to avoid that dry smelling liquid, or do I just swap? There's really no reason. I guess I could predict a swap and throw up another bleed, but that doesn't seem very likely. I am going to go for that blood in the water. I think he was predicting I might swap into that mechanical panda and dragonling, so I'm glad I went for that for sure. This is looking really good for me. Getting this nice opener on Wormy Tunkins is going to really pay off. Now that burp is on cooldown, I can actually, if I need to, swap into that mechanical panda and dragonling once it's back off cooldown. I definitely do not want to. Oh, barely holding on there for just to get out that weakness. But then the bleed is going to take you out. So now it's a 3v2, but that Snarly is really low health. 2 Bone Storms will take him out, I'm fairly confident. But he's done his job. He's really not good against the moth, and I just really needed him to take care of Wormy Tunkins for me. Alrighty, now that weakness is gone, I can go ahead and throw out some damage. I was thinking about swapping into Snarly, but I'm just too slow. Alrighty, so Snarly's getting down here. I'm going to be able to heal. And it looks like you are going to be able to get out one more Bone Storm. Winning that coin toss is really nice, because your Bone Bite doesn't do quite as much damage once your racial's been popped. Alrighty. Now, if you get a sleep, I think you win. If you don't, I'm pretty sure I've got this. No sleep. Alrighty, I just have to get you down below that racial, and that ancient blessing is doing you no favors because it means that your maximum health pool is higher. So your racial, you can activate. I can basically take away your racial when you're at a higher health. Go ahead and use that Cocoon Strike on cooldown. Might have been slightly better to go for the Cocoon Strike after a Wild Winds was up, but I guess getting it on cooldown is also a very viable strat. Now, Wild Winds is not a decoy breaker, but it does hit me through it, so that's something to keep in mind. I still can't afford to take a Moth Dust to the face, so I am going to have to decoy it. The crit didn't matter. Wild Winds was going to activate my racial. But this is looking pretty good for me. Your block is up. 237. You've got this. You've got this. Very close game, but you are going to just barely take me out with that last tick of Wild Winds for the win. Grats. So, really close game there. Really could have been anybody's, but starting with that Wormy Tunkins really kind of forces me to actually not play my fossilized hatchling because you're just going to keep weakness up on me and tank my AoE damage perfectly. So he's very, very strong. But now that you've used him, you're not going to have him. At least in the tournament, that's how it would be. So I have a couple of more teams. I have 7 actually kind of put all together randomly, more or less. I tried to have some synergy between them, but as far as countering what I expect to see in the meta, there's really none of that here. This is just, I put together some fun teams, and Nathan, I know, put quite a bit of thought into some of his teams at least, and so I'm not expecting to win the majority of these. But I'm happy with that first game. That was close enough for me. So let's see here. This one does have a little bit of synergy, just a little bit, only a little bit. And I see your team. I actually have a team very similar to this. I like it a lot. My Ore Eater is going to be God mode against you. But that Voodoo figurine does do pretty well against him, so we'll have to see whether you're running Wild Flame Breath or Shadow Slash. I would imagine Flame Breath because of all that lightning. So, gonna open up with my Ore Eater. Running the basic build will definitely punish you for kind of utilizing the strategy of your team, which is of course to be throwing down your turrets, swapping, etc., etc. Alrighty, now I can expect to see a Flame Breath and a Wild Magic, but I'm pretty sure that you still won't be able to do anything about my Shell Shield. I'm pretty sure it does not go through Wild Magic. Yeah, Wild Magic does not do quite enough. There is a Shadow Slash, so I called that wrong. Running Seer Magic would be odd with the turrets, but it still is a nice utility, so we'll have to see. You just don't really have any way to utilize it, is the only thing. Unless, I suppose, you're running up against an Elemental. That's the only time where it'd be really useful to have it. Alrighty, so of course this is the way to use and abuse an Ore Eater is swap him to the back while dots are up, and he can just heal no problem. And then of course pairing him with the Ghost Pup is rather overpowered because he gets low health, no problem, just throw up a heal. And I never found out whether you have Rot or Seer Magic. Interesting. I would assume you have Seer Magic because that'd probably be better to use Rot than Wild Magic because most likely I'm going to swap here. Especially if you bring in that Clockwork Gnome. There's really no way I'm going to stay for a turrets with Wild Magic on me. Even with that though, with that lightning, it's really just not worth it. No, I'm sure there's an ion cannon. I don't know if he's going to use it yet. He didn't. Okay. I was scared because I didn't actually know if it would kill me or not. I don't think it would have, but I was definitely scared. Now that I have my dot on him, I can heal whether I'm on the front line or the back line. I'm going to be swapping here. Just kind of letting my dots do their magic. Oh, went ahead and went for that ion cannon, so I'm going to be able to heal at my back line. Going to lose my ghost pup, and then I'll just finish with a ghostly bite. I can feel free to commentate now that he's basically recovering for, that was his first round, this is his second round, and then he'll be back. So I'm going to be able to throw up damage here, and then I can either choose to swap, or I can throw up my shell armor and basically take no damage. It's kind of a tough call, honestly. But I think I will opt for swapping, just healing up that Ore Eater back to full while that that Acid Touch does its magic. I will, of course, be kind of rotating this rotation of just healing, letting my dot do its thing. It's pretty overpowered, honestly. I think Wormy Tunkins is better, but Ore Eater is such a solid tier 1 pet. I mean, to be fair, Ore Eater's tier 1. Wormy Tunkins is, in my opinion, not tier 1. At least in the regular meta. He's definitely tier 1 in our mini meta, but in the general meta, he's really just not that good. So, I'm going to be popping this now just for the guaranteed damage. It's pretty nice having that guaranteed 406 damage. Nice blitz there, but unfortunately it didn't quite take me out. One more crit from anything would have finished me off, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not lightning, but I am going to be able to get out a couple more hits, and then that Clockwork Gnome just cannot touch me with on my Ore Eater. He's just too strong. That lightning's gone too. Racial has been activated.
Everything crit.
Yeah, and then once Shell Armor's up, Ore Eater's just God mode. I didn't even have to, but even if you were higher health, I could have just thrown up Shell Armor. So that's definitely just having the Ore Eater and you not having really a good way to counter him. About the only thing you can do is kind of fossilized hatchling. Crawling Claw's pretty good, I suppose. You don't want a fast undead for that. And you had the fastest undead, and the trade-off there is you don't have as much attack power. You're not going to be outspeeding the Ore Eater with anything except a Surge. So it's really hard to kill him, and especially since you're running that Clockwork Gnome build, I can really, if any time that you try to really stack your turrets or anything, I can always just either utilize an undead racial or shell armor and just basically negate it completely. So that Clockwork Gnome is a strong pet, but not that strong in the current meta. Obviously he's fine in the current meta. He's not that strong in the tournament meta because there's a couple undeads that are strong. Ore Eater's God mode, and I don't think there are any item removers though. Am I wrong?
Huh?
Are there any item removers?
Sheer magic.
Yeah, but that doesn't work against turrets. Oopsies.
No.
Oh, there's a tidal wave. There is a tidal wave. Pay no attention to Snarly. He's not in my team. That was a misclick. Soul of the Forge, does he have anything? No. So yeah, there's very few things that you can do against turrets, but there are some really strong pets against turrets, so I am ready whenever you are. Oh, also there's a couple pets with heat up. That would be a real bummer for the Clockwork Gnome if you ran into a pet running heat up. Although most people will be running others. Alrighty, so there is the Ore Eater with the Frostwolf Ghost Pup. That combo is so strong, very, very hard to deal with for sure. But I have Wormy Tunkin, so I'm going to see how this goes down. I want to say this is his game, but I will do the best I can. Not sure what he's going to start with. I could very easily see him starting with that Ore Eater for sure. Yeah, so I am going to be doing my best here to not let Wormy Tunkins die before he has to. I'm going to go ahead and throw up this weakness. That'll put me faster for just a turn, which is pretty overpowered, not going to lie. That's going to hurt a lot. Taking that elemental damage. Oh, I do actually run that a lot, but not in the meta. Not in this meta. Burp is probably better.
Psyched me out.
Alrighty. Let's see if we can kind of buff that poison dot with a corrosion. Now I don't have a decoy breaker. That is one thing I don't really have going for me. But I do have a really strong pet against the mech. And that's going to force the fast to swap this side of the something. I don't want to be taking that acid touch on my aquatic. No siree. My magic pet, on the other hand, he doesn't mind taking that aquatic dot. Not at all.
Please stay good. I want to.
Although bringing Wormy Tunkins might be good too. Nah, not so much. Kind of have to bring in the magic pet. I don't really like that, of course, but too bad Quills doesn't work like Flurry. That would be pretty nice for me. Alrighty, that guy's going to be able to do some magic, keeping that Milk Wilbur alive. He's going for damage, okay. Got you. Oh, nice crit. Alrighty, now that the heal is out, you either have to attack or swap. And swapping with the dot on you is nobody's favorite thing to do. Yeah. Whether you swapped or attacked, I was going to go throughout the blind. Basically, if you swapped, I was going to get a free switch. And if you attacked, obviously I can throw out my heal with impunity. That's the word. I always say it, impunity. It's incorrect. Now, is he going to predict the swap? No, he didn't. Okay, thank goodness. That would have been very scary if you'd gone for that Ghostly Bite, because that was your one chance to hit Wormy Tunkins before Jar of Smelly Liquid spam. Yeah. But it'd be really risky to go for it at the same time. So, of course, there is the Jar of Smelly Liquid. That still hits really hard, but just not that hard. Wouldn't recommend swapping into your mech right now. Just saying. You could make some better decisions than that. Oh, that crit. That crit is
Yes.
BS. That's pretty game breaking. I'm pretty sure that alone is going to win me this. Now, that Ore Eater is still really strong against me, but it's definitely not looking good here. Yeah, that crit is just going to barely prevent you from getting another ghostly bite. Like, literally just that one crit. So that's huge. Critting with burp is pretty game breaking, honestly. Yeah, I predicted the decoy, so that's why I threw out my dot. Just let my Wormy Tunkins heal in the backline for a second. And I did, of course, predict the swap, so I didn't bother to go for any healing or anything. Alrighty. Good move.
I didn't know if he was gonna go for dodge or not. Likely he will now.
Okay. That's a solid move, solid choice. Another crit.
Bullshit. Oh, whoops. BS.
Nice triple. Now what I don't know is if your Ore Eater is going to be able to take out my Wormy Tunkins. I think he can just because he's faster. That's a pretty high hit for weakness. Having punch would be a bit better against the Ore Eater.
Getting them high hits for days. You're gonna waste your jealous smelly liquid.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Not gonna waste burp, that's for sure.
Screw your burp.
Alrighty, God mode engaged on that Ore Eater. But yeah, one more body slam's got me. GG.
Oh my god.
And that's exactly why Wormy Tunkins isn't tier 1. He's such an OP pet when he's faster. But if you're faster, you don't even need undead damage. You just really just need to outspeed him so that weakness doesn't destroy you. So, GG. Very good game.
Against me now.
I know. I'm glad that we both used him already because he is really annoying to deal with. So we've already used them both, and we've also both used the Ore Eater. So from here on out, it's going to kind of show off some of the more fun teams. I am ready whenever you are. And this is using a pet that I've heard is really strong in the meta, but I haven't tried it myself, so we'll have to see. Yeah, that Seacalf is supposed to be pretty much God mode.
Maybe
Also, this is a really strong counter team to you, and you'll see why in a second.
Oh, I already know.
You already know what I run, dang. Alright. So let's see who blinks first.
We're gonna have to abandon the idea of the nightshade sprouting. Sure, let's get this on.
Really? Alrighty. So he blinks first. And
This
here's
will
my
do a lot of damage to you.
here's my weather changer. That's how I counter you. Is I have a weather changer against that sunny day. Now he has a blind, so I got to be careful with that. But that sea calf is just garbage against. Or, I mean that MPD is just so bad against the sea calf. Oh wait, immolation breaks bubble. Good to know. Thank you for reminding me.
I didn't remind you squat.
I was like, why'd you put black claw on me? Oh yeah, immolation. Duh. Alrighty, that's a very strong pet to pair with.
I just really hope you don't have surge. Because if you don't have surge, yay! Oh come on, a crit right back at me. Why'd you have to go and do that, bro?
Well, there's a blind, so that's a good time to swap for sure. Unfortunately, my aquatic racial does not save me from that immolation. And the crits all day. Oh no. Okie dokie. I know he's gonna blind me here. No.
Predicted it.
No. Alrighty. It wasn't worth the risk though, for sure. Because it would have made my whirlpool miss. Okie dokie. Now I wonder, are you running club? There's no reason to. Yeah, you're running burn. Got you, got you. Ouch. Huh. Alrighty, bye-bye.
I figured that was it.
Now it's a 2v2, where I have a sea calf, and you have a nightshade sprouting. Looks pretty good to me, honestly.
Just gotta see what happens.
First things first, I have to just hope he doesn't get any crits. And I'm going to change that weather.
I need the triple.
There's a triple.
Yes.
Pretty nice.
I do not have my decoy breaker. However, I mean not decoy bubble.
Yeah, that's what really kind of counters the sea calf, but now that it's gone, I think I have this.
Do you not have surge? Right, moment of truth. What does he have?
He has surge.
Oh.
Under cleansing rain, it's gonna hurt.
Well, this is basically GG for me. There's nothing I can do.
I know. Although, it doesn't quite have enough attack power to kill you. So you get this awkward bubble breaker that I'm not very happy about. But still, like, cleansing rain's up for 2 rounds while I can surge. It's gonna be pretty good. get Bubble back in 3 rounds. There's a double, so that's pretty lucky. Okay. Obviously, I still want to go for Surge in case you go for a Lash. Yeah, you're not going to bother to heal. That's smart. Thank goodness Lash doesn't work like Flurry. Yeah, that Nightshade Sproutling is no joke, but the Sea Calf easily 1v1s him. Alrighty. Yeah, this meta looks like it's pretty heavy rock, paper, scissors. Because there are some strong pets out there. I think you might have disconnected from Discord for a second. Cannot hear you. Oh, you're back. Okay, gotcha.
Oh my god, 2 aquatics.
Sorry, I didn't put much thought into my team. I promise I never do that in the tournaments. If I do, it's like maybe Undeads or something really strategic. But even then, very rarely. I just kind of threw these teams together, especially here towards the end. You're going to notice a lot of kind of class stacking, or how do you call it? Family stacking. I'm ready whenever you are, by the way. Because I just kind of started running out of pets, and didn't really have anything else I could do.
Alright, I am ready.
Alrighty. So, actually, we are 2 and 2.
Yes, I've noticed.
That's better than I thought I'd be doing right now. So, Ancient Nest Guardian on that team is probably the strongest, although that tiny green carp is very, very much a power pet. Especially with that Enchanted Cauldron, who, by the way, I love that pet. It's great. Let's see what I can do. My Toothy is pretty much garbage against your entire team. So, let's see. I think I will go ahead and open with him. I'm anticipating a Cleansing Rain, so at least that'll buff my damage. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. I figured you would go for it anyways, though, because it's part of your whole strategy as well. And you're gonna stay in, okay. Oh, you have Water Jet. Interesting choice. Surge is really strong. Especially with that Cleansing Rain, having that priority move is really, really quite powerful. Oh wait, have I already used my Nightshade? I have. Okay, so it's not that important for you to have Surge.
I might survive from the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm after it.
You definitely will survive. I just don't know if you'll be fast enough to take advantage of it. You will be fast enough, actually. Yes, for sure. Alrighty, I'm predicting another Whirlpool here. Is it worth it to stay in? I'm expecting Spill Hot Soup, which don't really want to allow that to stack.
Spill hot soup.
So I am going to go ahead and go for that Blood in the Water. Even though it's Magic Pet, it still hits about your magic ratio, so it's not a half bad trade at all. And you have Burn. Okay. That's an interesting choice since you are running Cleansing Rain.
Needs something against the mix.
Gotcha.
Which you have. How can I got that crit earlier?
Yeah, that would have helped you out a bit more.
Perry, come here. Where Perry?
Perry, yeah. I just said that because that's how he really likes to pronounce it. That blade's gonna start doing some damage. Also, this'll hurt.
Oh, he
Dilber.
She went just for the bird.
Dilber. Alrighty, that hurt.
It's far from over.
Soaking that last mana surge with that. Oh yeah, no, for sure. I mean, Pierre's terrible. Especially, and that Ancient Nest Guardian is actually a really nice pet. I love that pet. So,
This may be worth it.
I think so.
Alright, he soaked at the last mana surge.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't expect that. Alrighty, so this is looking pretty good. Getting, actually, yes, I want to do this. Getting that up with Wild Magic's gonna be what I brought Pierre for, with Dilber. And I don't want you to get your one shot off, so I am going to go ahead and interrupt that.
Oh my god.
Oh, you still got the crit. That's a bummer. That's a bummer right there.
I woke up from the bleed.
Well, of course you did. I just wanted to interrupt the Feathered Frenzy. Alrighty, so he is going to hurt himself there.
Kill him. Piece of shit.
Alrighty, this is going to do some nice damage with that Wild Magic.
Oh,
And
my type has changed.
let's see here. Can we get this to happen? I think it's a tie. I think it's a tie.
God damn it.
If Mana Surge hits on the high end, I can still get the win.
No.
But if it hits on the low end, YOLO. Oh, it hit right in the middle. Not worth it. I mean, it didn't matter. So that's a tie. That's a tie right there. We were dead even. 2-2 and a draw.
Oh, crit.
Hey, because we've had a draw, that means we could end this on a draw. If I win one and you win one, although both my teams are garbage from here on out, so it's gonna be a tough. Oh, I didn't mean to show that. Oh well, it doesn't really matter. You've already used your Nightshade, so your best counter is really kind of gone. Well, there is another. There's another. And a very strong one. Let's see, let's see.
Alright, let's do this.
Alrighty. Let's see what happens. I'm using a triple mech team, and thank goodness you don't have the Soul of the Forge, or I'd be GG. But that Mechanical Panther Dragonlink's pretty good. Still, the Clockwork Gnome can break the decoys, so it's not too bad, honestly. Seeing another bleed synergy team. I'm very happy with this opener. For sure. I don't predict you'll stay in or do a decoy. That'd be an odd choice for sure. Oh, now what I don't know is if Heat Up and Turret, if Turret applies with Heat Up. That would make me very sad. Let's find out. I mean, maybe we won't find out. Okie dokie. Maybe you just have Stench.
Not find out.
Okay. Bummer. We can test it if you want after this.
Yeah. Go, Perry. This is my first time ever using you.
Yeah, I tried Stench at first, and I don't know. Heat Up's actually pretty nice. The thing is, I was trying it with whatever you call it.
I don't even know.
Not Food Coma, the other ability, because I was doing a special request for Michael Leo. Shout out to you. I would love for this to land.
Miss.
Woohoo! Oh, I wasn't really predicting that. I mean, obviously.
No, he got shot.
These are really long rounds because of the stupid turrets with lightning. Another stench. I wonder if stench can make you miss your turret. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. You can't miss laying down a turret, right?
I honestly don't know.
I'm pretty sure I've never seen it happen.
MPD.
Yeah, that MPD is such a power pet. I do have a decoy breaker, but that decoy breaker is almost dead. Alrighty, saving that Thunderbolt, smart, of course. There it is, finally. Utilizing that last round of Lightning Storm. That decoy is, of course, not going to go out while turret is up. And this is kind of important. And it landed. Okay. Now this is also kind of important. How hard does his breath hit? Not hard enough. Not hard enough. That was good RNG for me. I landed all of my attacks, I'm pretty sure, under stench. Yeah. I don't know if I have this though. Let's see. Let's see here. I think it's... Yeah, I threw it Black Claw so that the turret would kill you. Let's see here. Huh, okay. Thought you would go for a surge, but now obviously I get to go for this. Now I should do some mental math. 630 plus 63. Oh my gosh, that's 600. That's not enough. That is not enough. That is not enough, but with Black Claw it is enough. Yeah, 630 plus 63 is 693, but with Black Claw it's just barely enough.
MPD failed me.
Yeah, that Clockwork Gnome was one of the best counters for the MPD. Oh, that was scary. But it really came down to I didn't miss basically anything under stench. If I'd missed some things, or if you'd been running the other ability, you would have... Actually, can we test that real fast? Just can you get Pierre and test turret? Just we're going to test, literally just test turret versus Pierre. Do you have the right ability? Heat up.
I'm not satisfied until I win again. Goddamn, MPD has potential to hit up to 370 something.
Alrighty, so I'm just going to throw down a turret. Just throw up heat up, and I'm curious to see if it works. It does not. Okay. That would be really, 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 really good if it did work. But the fact that it doesn't is kind of unfortunate. Go ahead and take away that loss.
How many teams you got left?
I just have one, so it's a pretty good one. Oh, dang it. I keep forgetting. Pay no attention. I just have one more team, and that'll be all for now. Oh, you didn't see it?
Nope.
Nice, okay. I mean, it's not like a huge, oh my goodness, I hope you don't counter a pet, but it's, you know, I always just like not showing my pets. Alrighty, whenever you're ready. This will be the last game for these tournament battles. Alrighty. Giant sewer rat. Very cool. I totally forgot about that pet. Totally forgot about that pet. Alrighty, let's see what we can do here. Obviously, you're running Poison Fang, and then that synergized with Foreboding Curse. This is really cool. You might even be running Agony, but I'd be surprised. Let's see what we can do here. That enchanted pen shuts me down so hard. It's not even funny. Yeah, I'm having none of that.
Why not? It's healthy for you. Oh, I see. He's trying to...
I just gotta get lucky. Otherwise, that enchanted pen will solo my team.
He's trying to play lottery.
It's been paying off for me so far today. It's been a lucky day. There's that dodge, so now I can do my one shot. And you are going to swap, of course. So no one shot for me. Alrighty. Oh, I might have
yeah, you had to think about it. You're not
let's see. Oh, it's water jet's your other option. Yeah, I might have water jet.
Why did it take you so long?
Alright, that dot is actually going to start doing a lot of damage because of Stampede. It did.
Oh, he stayed in.
Yeah. I can't really use my mechs against you because of that Poison Fang. I don't like that elemental dot on them. And I'm dead.
You shall die. No more surge.
I am dead, so one half health pet on his team, and I have a half health pet and a dead pet, so definitely not looking great. Haven't even seen that crawling claw. Honestly, you might two-pet me. There is a serious chance of that. No polymorphs yet, and I've landed 3 of them. No, I've only landed 2.
All triple hits so far.
That's true. Yeah, that enchanted pen isn't all that great if you get doubles, but it's kind of god mode if you can get those triples. Especially since I don't have.
Oh my god! All of these.
Dang, another one. I think just a double takes me out here. No, not quite.
You're first. All right, on roof. Goodbye. My rat counters this pet as well, unless if you psych me out and ruin wind up.
What's wind up?
Fine.
What's wind up? I'm just messing with you.
Oh man. Gonna get at least 2 turns. Quiz on you.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Except for these triples, because you've been doing very good so far, enchanted pet.
Yeah, that enchanted pen shuts me down.
No.
There's a triple. That's
shit.
about 600 damage in one hit.
Actually faster for the meantime, so I can get this on you. No crits for you.
I just got 2 pet.
And then we get the stampede.
I just got 2 pet. Solid shutdown by this giant sewer rat. You know you've done something wrong when that happens.
Oh, I lived!
You
How did
totally
that
lived.
happen?
You totally lived.
Yes, no mega metal fist on the other guy.
Yeah, I always underestimate how much damage that does. And you can AFK and you win. And that rot, though. That rot with shattered defenses. No surviving that.
Stampede.
Wow, GG. So that was a lot of fun. I've obviously have quite a bit of editing to do on my teams, and I'm looking forward to doing this again. But hopefully this is going to be some fun examples of some teams and some comps you can put together. And if you have any questions about the tournament, be sure to leave them in the comments. And we'll hope to see you again, US Malorn at 6 o'clock p.m. server time, Monday the 17th. That will be, again, my last tournament, so I hope to see as many of y'all there as possible. And I'll see you on the next video.